What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with another video. I'm bothered, you know what I mean, by the events that happened today, you know what I mean. We can no longer go to church without a fear in the back of your mind of being shot or killed in a mass shooting. You know, it's no longer safe to send your kids to school. You know, I was, without the fear of them being shot or being killed in a mass shooting. My daughter's school sent home the curricula and what she's going to be learning in second grade. And one of the things that they were going to start to teach the kids were how, in the event of a mass school shooting, how to react or where to go, how to stay safe. Let me repeat that. My child's in second grade, and she's going to be taught this year how to act or how to respond, like it's a normal fire drill in the case of a mass shooting. So we can no longer, you have the mass shooting in happened in South Carolina with Dylan Roof, where 9 parishioners were killed, 9 black parishioners. There have been countless school shootings this year alone in 2018. You had the mass, I think over 50 people were killed last summer in the shooting in Vegas at the music festival. Now gaming is not even safe. If you don't know, today in Jacksonville, Florida, there was another mass shooting. 4 people were killed. 1 of the people were killed. 11 people shot. 4 killed. One individual that was killed was the actual shooter. But this is crazy. I keep just looking at this over and over again. You know what I mean? And at the young man that lost his life.
Going to the house. Yeah, touchdown.
Look at this, man.
First drive.
He faced one fourth down. One fourth down.
Yeah, one fourth down, 4th and 5. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Joe Rice down 7-0 after the first drive by True Boy.
True Boy.
Got a lot of good games going on.
It's a lot. It's gonna be hard to get them on stream. It's a lot.
It's not a tough out.
This is crazy. And if you look right here, I didn't even see this. If you look right here slow,
it's not a tough out.
You can see that a red beam or a dot is being pointed at his chest. He's none the wiser. A red beam, a dot. I don't know if you guys can probably see it, but
it's not a tough.
Right there. A red beam right here is on his shirt, playing something that he loved, Madden. Like, this is crazy. Now I'm gonna leave race out of this. And I'm calling on us, hey, the gaming community, not the Xbox community, not the PlayStation community, not the PC community, not the Nintendo, us as a whole, you know what I mean? Because they already, like I said, before growing up, I remember the first, that I can recall, the first mass shooting in the school was Columbine. And then the trench coat mafia, they blamed it on the cult and heavy metal music, Here in America, Congress, Donald Trump was going to say, blaming so many mass school shootings on video games. Video games. Not to mind you that we play the same video games here as they play all over the world, but only here in America, hear me out, that we have so many mass school shootings. Like, this is crazy. This man here, True Boy, lost his life. I couldn't fathom what his parents are feeling, mother and father, sending their child to a tournament to play a game, and him not coming home. All because one man lost and couldn't take it. Now, hear me out. I'm all for the Second Amendment, the right, how you say, the right to bear arms, and cool, But only here in America, that this is America, it's big business. What I mean by when I say big business, and I'm not even going to try to turn this into a political video about Donald Trump. And trust me, I'm no big, how you say, Barack Obama fanboy or fan. But this administration took back the some of the things that the Obama administration put in effect as far as owning a gun, like mental illness. If you suffer from a mental illness, you're not allowed to obtain a gun license to buy a gun. What did the Trump administration do? And again, this is not a bash Trump, because it's not even about that. Pull those back. So if you're schizophrenic and the devil talks to you at night, you can still walk into Walmart and buy a gun. So I'm asking you guys, right? What are we going to do as a community, as a nation, as a country? Praying ain't working, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that you don't have violence in other places of the world or the country, but it's only I live here, in America. But now there's so many mass shootings that now it seems like it's normal. Look at this.
Out the day. Excuse me, not to ease it out. Oh.
My God. This is crazy, man. That's someone's child. It's not about the alt-right or the alt-left. Nah, we gotta stop that, man. That could have been my child, your mother, your brother, whoever. Like, this is crazy. My question is, first of all, why did this guy, I believe his name is David Kent. What's this guy's name? To make sure. Why would he even bring a gun to a video game competition? Like, what was going through his head that he needed to bring a gun to a video game tournament? David Katz is his name. This is bananas, man. Professional Madden player. I've seen some videos of him playing Madden. Look at this here. Look at this coward. Look at this coward. He couldn't stand the fact that he lost in Madden. So he had to go out and take 3 other people's lives and injure 10 other people. Then the coward took his own life. And then again, before you get in your feelings about, the alt-right and the alt, forget all that, man. We're going to have to do something, because the first thing the media is going to do is going to blame. Could you imagine this happened at a Call of Duty tournament or a Battlefield tournament? I'm not saying I don't want it to happen anywhere, but could you imagine? Like I said, remember they blamed everything on heavy metal and rock and roll, right? You just had a mass shooting last summer in Vegas. 50 people were killed. No one said anything. No one blamed anything about country music, though, right? Nah, but it is what it is, man. It's obviously something not right with this guy. So how was he able to obtain a gun? He's from Maryland. How was he able to obtain a gun? Like, this is crazy. I love gaming. I love talking about games with you guys, right? I've lost probably more than I've ever won. No one likes to lose, right? But that's never the thought of me taking someone's life or taking my own life over a game never crossed my mind. And I've been gaming from years, since the early 80s. Never crossed my mind. So again, the question is, how was this guy able to obtain a gun? Well, some people, I've seen people comment, well, they should have had security there. What? I've never been patted down when I walked inside Dave. I just at Dave and Buster's 2 weeks ago for my daughter's birthday. Like, listen, man, I will be, listen, trust me. God forbid if anything like that ever happened to one of my children, or, you know what I mean, and he doesn't get, man, I will willingly go to jail. Like, literally. I will really throw the rest of my life away if someone did this to my child. Like, that's crazy. We just seen this man here lose his life. True boy, we just seen him lose his life. Lose his life. By doing something he loved, just playing the game. And like I said again, man, I just asked the question, where do we go from here? You know? We need better checks and balances. Something. I'm not saying that to get rid of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, nah. But again, you don't need an AR-15 or assault rifle to hunt deer. We need better, stricter laws. You know what I mean? Or in place. A guy like this coward right here, shouldn't have been able to obtain a gun, because obviously something's wrong with him. And I won't be surprised. It's not probably not the. You don't just go from being normal and then at the flip the switch, you just lose your mind and go on killing range. It doesn't work like that. Something's been wrong with this dude all his life. His school knew it. His parents knew it. Like, this is bananas. Now, he's from Maryland. Again, he's from Maryland. I don't know how he got to Florida, but this guy here, they said he's from well, let me go here. What part of Maryland's for? Described as a gamer. I want to read a report. I don't want to read a report about him. How did he get to Florida? Jacksonville landing shooter David Katz described as a gamer, angry after losing a tournament. I get it, but here they go. You know what I mean? The gunman who opened fire during a Madden 19 NFL tournament at a restaurant in Jacksonville, Florida. Balls is here. On Sunday afternoon, killing 2 people before turning, they said 4 people killed. Returning the gun on himself has been described by witnesses and people who knew him as a gamer who erupted in anger after losing the event. David Katz, 24, Baltimore, he's from B-More, was believed to have fired shots. I mean, this must be an old report because now the stuff has been confirmed. Katz died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound after he shot multiple people, police said. In addition to 11 dead, in addition to the dead, 11 other people were injured. 9 of them with gunshot wounds. One guy got shot in his thumb, I'm not sure. Katz, whose vehicle was located at the impound by investigators, believed to have stayed somewhere locally on Saturday night before the shooting. All right, so he must have drove down to Florida. An eyewitness to Sunday's afternoon mass shooting told Fox News that the gamer, now identified as Katz, had been eliminated from the tournament before he opened fire. The witness, who declined to be identified by the name, but said he was 30 years old, said he did not know the shooter's identity, but noted there were multiple guys who were upset at being eliminated from the tournament event. Like, you know what I mean? It happens. Like, it happens, man. So the door bust open. 3 or 4 girls kind of like fall over themselves to get out of the establishment. At that point, I didn't know what was going on, but I could tell from the looks on their face like they weren't joking around. Man. The witness added that he then heard one of his friends with police shout, "I'm hit, get help." Wow. I didn't know where he was, but when people started to run, I just literally started to. Same thing. Damn. The witness added that a friend who was inside the bar when the shooting started told him that a lot of guys actually barricaded themselves in a very large bathroom. There was really no way to escape from where they were playing. You were pinned in there. One gamer competing in the tournament, Stephen Jarowski, told the Los Angeles Times that the gunman targeted a few people before he killed himself. So it sounds like he drove to Florida. But my question is, like, you know, if I'm going out the game or a tournament or the E3, me bringing a gun or inside, that's the farthest thing away from my mind, man. Now, again, we want to end this video here. What could we do? What are we willing to do as the gaming community in a whole? What are we going to do? Because the checks and balances that we have in line, or do we do? And again, we had mass shootings when President Obama was in office, okay? And someone to answer something like you said, when you put one law, or put some rules of that if you suffer from mental illness, you're not, able to obtain a handgun. And when he left office and Trump took office, the Trump administration started to roll some of those guidelines back. Let me say this before I go. For example, I have an aunt who suffers from schizophrenia. She has a chemical imbalance in her brain, right? She suffers from schizophrenia. It's been ruled by the court she gets disability. She's not mentally capable enough to handle her monthly stipend from the government. So the check comes and my grandmother is in charge of her money and to make sure she gets groceries, to have, things to clean herself, because, she lives in assisted living. She lives in, assisted living, but to make sure she has all the things that she needs. She's not even mentally competent enough to handle her own money that she gets from the government in a month. But my aunt, with her ID, can go into Walmart and get a gun. Now, before you get upset and say, you know what, Trump, it's not about Trump, and I don't care about, listen, I have my own thing. I'm not even trying, this is not a video on a political, trying to make a political thing. I don't care about the Democrats or Republicans. It's great. But I'm just thinking about what I'm saying. That this administration did away with that. That, I'm telling you again, my aunt is not mentally competent enough to handle her monthly stipend from the government, her disability check, right? SSI, Social Security, whatever you want to call it, right? My grandmother has to give her $50 a week to pay her bills for her. She's not even mentally capable enough to pay her bills, to be able to pay her own bills, right? But she can walk into Walmart, Dick's Sporting Authority, whatever the case, sells guns, and buy one, over the counter, private ID. This is your boy Next Gen 720, and I ask this question again: what could we do as a whole, as a gaming community? What can we do together as a country, as a nation, as a society to stop this? You know what I mean? Something has to be done, or, what are you willing to do? Now, again, I'm going to say this. I'm not saying do away with the Second Amendment, but we need better checks and balances in place in line or something. We do. This is your boy Next Gen 720. I'm out of here. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Rest in peace, true boy. My thoughts and what else goes out to his family. I don't know who else passed away, but I know this gentleman here passed away. But sad, man. I'm out of here, man.
Let him know.
Hey.
DJ Louis Styles.
Bottles only for the lows. Why y'all niggas do the